The following is a presentation of the Midwest Motorsports broadcast team, consisting of Midwest Motorsports Mr. Everything, Josh Watt, broadcast producer and race control. On the comms and cams for the oval side, it's the man with the golden microphone, Michael Harris Jr.
We're here. We're all here ready to go. Pace car is in. Green flag waves from the stand.
And for the road side, it's me and Adam.
I am Adam Sondag. You're stuck with me.
And I'm James J., the voice of Midwest Motorsports, where signups are always open and always free. Friday nights are for the Truck Series, Sunday nights for the Stock Car Series, and Tuesday nights, the Road Series takes the track. Don't forget to like the video on the way in. Go to midwest-motorsports.com today. Okay, DW, take it away.
Let's go racing, boys!
And I approve of this message.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to the Season 11 finale of the Midwest Motorsports Road Series. It's been an absolutely incredible season thus far. We have 3 drivers fighting for a championship in the Pro Division, and the AM Division title is still undecided as well. Tonight, we're going to crown champions for Season 11 in the Midwest Motorsports Road Series. I'm James J. with Adam Sondag, Michael Odell, Landon Loy on the front row for the pros, Chris Wood and Ben Wall in the AM front row, and Adam Sondag, great being with you all season long. They are rounding the final corner to get this final race underway. Let's go racing. And they're off. Headed down to the tight hairpin. Michael Odell is in third in the championship, 159 points down. Jason Wahlberg and Jack Lucas on row 2. The other contenders for the title. The light blue car going around the outside. Not in the championship. As everybody's made it through the tight turn 1 into the stadium section. And I'm not sure if Michael Odell likes following Landon Loy. We'll see. Otherwise, Jason Wahlberg and Jack Lucas have made it. So the championship contenders are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. See how this race plays out. There's Kyle Ryan. Landon Loy from the pole position. The green car, Nicholas Moffitt, is chasing Kyle Ryan 3 cars ahead. In the Wart blue and red. That is your battle for the championship. In the AM division, meanwhile, Ben Wall and Troy Nissen going side by side, headed up towards the Schumacher S's. Great job by the cameras on Adam Sondag. Adam, we've seen this close, tight racing all season long. I don't know why we'd expect anything different tonight, and it's not disappointing on the first lap.
Yeah, it's tight. The track was slippery in practice. They're going 3 wide here. Justin Shoup's going to have to give, but that might compromise somebody's run here. Yeah, this is a lot of people fighting for space. The track was slick in practice. You saw in the hairpin there that there is quite a fair amount of gravel. Somebody's backwards. That might be Chris Rowe. No. Who is that? Emily? Somebody's backwards.
Troy Nissen in the back.
I think Emily got backwards there. We'll go take a look at how that happened. Michael Odell setting up at the inside. This arena section is difficult. Got to be patient. Breaking into turn 1 can be treacherous. Amazing everyone made it through safe in the first lap. Something happened. No, maybe just bad data. It said Kyle Ryan crashed, but he's shown behind Ben Wall now. Ben has found some sort of speed in the past couple weeks. See if anything happened here with Chris Rowe and Ben Wall. In lap 1. Oh, Ben. Chris has to avoid Francis. I think Francis got a little squirrely there as well afterward. So nice avoidance there from Chris Rowe. Oh, a little too much curb for Emily on lap 1. It's a high-speed section there.
Tire's still a little bit cold.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's see what happened to Kyle. I'll get it to pull here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there to Kyle.
Still recovered okay. He looks inside Christopher Rowe now on the front straight. This is the replay.
I believe this should be the event. Somewhere in here. And the arena section's where he started losing spots. I guess he's already behind Ben there.
Blinky.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Blinked at just the wrong time. He's recovered. He's still in front of his championship rival, Nicholas Moffitt. Back up front now, Landon Lloyd still leading Michael Odell, but Michael Odell's hot on his tail, trying to pick his spot without risking too much. He has a decent lead over Jason Wahlberg. For now, we know that can go away quickly, but Michael Odell being 159 points behind Jason Wahlberg, the championship, he's going to have about 5 places in front in order to overcome that gap. Well, it's mathematically possible. It's going to take more than just a win for Michael Odell. And we have a lot of racing left, only 5 minutes in. 8 drivers in the Pro Division tonight, 12 in the AM Division.
Have Jason right there along with him.
Don't forget Jack Lucas as well.
Yeah, he's a couple seconds back, but as we know, once the battles for position start, the laps slow down a bit and people start drawing in. Jason Wahlberg is, in not very long, will be, I would assume, up onto the bumper of Michael Odell if he can get the toe here.
Tires should have come in by now as we finish lap 3. We start lap 3. It's go time. Don't forget a pit stop. Pit window opens about 20 minutes. You can make it 40 minutes on the tank. Obviously, it closes around 40 minutes. So,
yeah, even if you need to pit a little bit early, there's a restriction on starting fuel, but you can fill up after. So that's why we have seen some of those early incidents where people have taken a pit stop to get repairs. They've been able to make it through because they've been able to fuel more than they were able to from the start.
Taylor Montague looking up at David Brown. This is a great race. We call Taylor the other flying goose, maybe. But here's David Brown going around the outside. Oh. Taylor leaves plenty of room. We're used to seeing these great races back here. Always have somebody to race with in the Midwest Motorsports League.
Yeah, James, he tried to take a gander and wasn't quite there. Got a little wide.
The goose and the gander. Michael Odell sees his opportunity. Can he do it? At the end of the chicane. Oh my goodness, Landon Lloyd
Wow.
holding strong around the outside, the long way around the chicane. Jason Wahlberg now on the bumper of Michael Odell.
Yeah, that's a pretty confident move there to take that position back through the chicane. We'll take another look at that in a moment here. But as we expected, the battling and the back and forth, now Jason Wahlberg's right there. Any mistake from the front two, and Jason will have one, if not two positions. Jack Lucas also right there, drawing in now closer. He was about 2 seconds out. He's picked up about two-thirds of a second almost now. So he'll be right up there pretty quickly. Here's that pass from the last lap.
Landon Lloyd in the light car on the outside of the chicane. Keep an eye on him to carry momentum. They don't touch.
Just sent it through. Pretty nice move.
That's a pro move right there for sure. Like you said, Adam, and have confidence in the car that it would take it.
And confidence
tells
in
me-
your partner that he's going to take the right line.
It tells me it's not the first time either one of those guys have done that. DJ Barzak on the tail of Francis Faustino. I believe that's Christopher Wood right behind him.
It
Is that
is.
David Brown?
It's Christopher Wood there. Running first in the M division. Put it on the pole. I believe it was Chris Wood, Kyle, and then Ben for the grid order.
You know, Chris Wood is fast. We saw him at Austria last week. Going off on the first lap and making it all the way back up to the podium. Worked his way through the field in 60 minutes.
Yeah, not a fan of easy positions.
Right? Last lap of the race, Landon Lloyd, 58.231. As Ben Wall
Ben
goes
Wall
around.
is backward in the arena. Try to get on power a little too quick, probably. Yeah, the rear. Oh, the rear started stepping out, and then just a touch from Nick Moffitt. So now Nick is a couple seconds behind Kyle Ryan. About 3.5 seconds up the road. These two are going to try it again.
Elbows up. And Odell do the crossover. Get him into the final corner. What a move. Michael Odell, a pro move once again. Getting car position. Gonna be a drag race down the front straightaway. And here's your point leader, Jason Wahlberg. There's a double slipstream. He gets to choose who he's gonna follow into turn one. Looking overhead from Jason Wahlberg. Landon Lloyd leaves plenty of room for Odell and maintains the lead.
Yeah, I was going to say Jason is the trailing car there, has the has the ability to wait and see what moves those guys take, break a little early, try to maximize the exit, see if there's anything that they leave.
Don't forget, all Jason has to do is finish to keep the championship. Keep these two guys in front, close to him, and Jack Lucas behind him. So Jason Wahlberg does not have to pass these guys to win the championship. Of course, he'd like to win the race as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure the goose will be too loose tonight.
See how that
Try to
plays
keep
out.
things tight and buttoned up. That's really
Yeah, but-
been his MO this season. He's been in
100%.
the top 5, top 3 winning races and just maintained consistency week in and week out.
His 2 drops were 5th and 4th. Everything else is on the podium. A 4th at Daytona.
So here comes Michael now. He's been able to hold the lead here. Landon's got a good toe.
The chicane one more time. Here we go.
This is not deja vu. This is not a replay.
Now he goes a little defensive this time for Landon Lloyd, and then covers his track. So 2 moves there. Landon, here comes Jason Wahlberg looking inside Michael Odell because Jack Lucas is right behind him. We have a championship race, championship battle. 3 contenders, 1, 2, 3 across the line, with Landon Lloyd leading the race. This is a curveball I did not expect. Landon Lloyd has every right to be out there holding his own, doing the best he can.
He's for about 7 seconds up the road from Francis and CJ. Chris Wood is holding down about a 7-second lead over Kyle Ryan in the AM division. Running 7th overall. Pretty strong position. Chris Rowe had a little off track early on at the chicane. Running 8th right now, working his way back up. Kyle's had a bunch of solo runs this season, I feel like. This is like the warrior sprints you used to do in track practice. One person leads, person at the back takes over and leads, keeps swapping it. Jack has moved up into 3rd now. Here's where that happened.
Schumacher S's. Oh, Wahlberg in the gravel.
That's all it takes.
Saw Jack's aggression. Probably allowed the pass to happen so he could tuck back in, not lose too much ground. And look at Jack Lucas. Elbows up for Jack Lucas in the silver car. Team Wart driving around. Oh, Michael Odell back into 2nd place for now. Let's see if Jack can flip the table. Flip the script. Not this lap. What a great race we are having. That shows why these guys are 1, 2, and 3 in the championship. Incredible racing with no contact so far.
These are the only cars within a second of each other currently. One of these poor guys will not podium.
You'd think this was the final lap. for the last 4 laps. Here's Nicholas Moffitt, second in the championship in the AM division. The hairpin, gets it loose in the gravel.
Yeah, quite a bit of material up there. You think the track crew could, between qualifying and the race, get out there and sweep, but too much to ask, I suppose.
Credit to Landon and Loy for leaving room when they're close, side by side. Michael Odell. Landon tries to pinch him down, maybe get a side draft. Looks like Landon's got a little more speed. Gear shift timing. A little bit of run. See if Odell can use the outside to maintain position all the way around the stadium section. Set him up for the inside of the right hander. Cool shot. Does Michael Odell stay in position? Yes, he's there. They touch. Jason Wahlberg, Jack Lucas. They're fighting. We're too wide, too deep. Who's going to dive bomb? Nobody. Michael Odell in the grass. Holds everybody off.
Well.
Oh, my goodness. How do you find traction in the grass?
James, I've seen driving like this before, but only at 3 a.m. on the expressway.
Right. Well, so far this racing has been absolutely incredible.
This car has produced some good battles.
For sure. It was voted on by the members, by the way, so you guys made some good choices. No word on season 12 yet. Keep your ears and eyes on the Discord Road Series chat. When the time is right, you'll know. Landon Loy leads Michael Odell, Jack Lucas, and your point leader, Jason Wahlberg. Francis Faustino holding on to a strong 5th right now. At the top 4, the racing has been absolutely incredible. Nice smooth control inputs from Jack Lucas, who has earned his way up to 3rd spot.
Chris Rowe drawing in on Chris Wood now. This won't be in class, but overall position for 7th.
Been fun to watch Christopher Rowe for the last couple of seasons. I'm glad he's a member of Midwest Motorsports. He's a strong driver. Some bad luck every now and then, but we all do.
And Chris staying up late to race with us.
Yeah. Other side of the pond. Thanks, Chris. Michael Odell gets a good run through the Schumacher S's. He has the outside line now.
Might be able to get a better run here.
He does. Landon Loy goes a couple of moves. Michael Odell's not going to take this too much longer, I don't think. Not sure exactly what he can do about it.
Oh, little
keep it together.
Yeah, a little wiggle there off the curb.
I don't know, Adam. Do you let him go and fight it out with your championship rivals?
I think Michael wants to win.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal. The only way you can control your outcome is to win the race and take the maximum points available to you. At some point, he's going to have to try to counter Landon's big move to come into the chicane from the outside there and drive straight through it.
A little bit of mirror driving from Landon and Lloyd, as long as there's not too much of that. Race control won't get involved. We have seen it before where you get a penalty in race drive-through is possible. It has happened before.
Tim's father, Michael, says that Michael definitely wants to win.
Yeah, of course he does. Not sure what I was thinking. You stop now, you can make it from here. Want to be the first to stop or the last to stop, Adam? Somewhere in the middle.
The traffic's not too bad as it is. Stopping might put you into a bit of traffic at this point. I mean, I feel like they're pushing each other right now. The fear could be, you know, not necessarily the physical tow, but just the mental tow of what trying to stay locked in this battle allows you to do as far as keeping consistent lap times. You know, if you get out by yourself, are you able to set that pace versus sort of dropping off? I'm not sure at this point. I feel like this might be one to just try to see how long you can run it. But if you are, say, Jason, and you're worried about losing touch, maybe you just try to pull the undercut, hope that they keep battling, and see if you can put in some hot laps on your own. There hasn't really seemed to be a right or wrong answer to undercut, overcut. I think that a lot of it has had to do with traffic, including on the pit lane.
Point.
So if you're worried about that, you know, plus a lap or minus a lap might be the difference in the race if it costs you a second or two.
Michael O'Dell doing a lot more following now. Kind of keep getting his eye on Landon's line. They're trying to force a pass. Pick a spot where you think you can gain. Taking notes, maybe.
You can tell the Porsche's just not quite happy with all of the curbing here. Lots of chattering of the tires, sliding of the rear end. It's not a given that everybody keeps the car pointed forward with just under 34 minutes left.
Jack.
Oh, as I say that, sorry, Jack. That's going to allow Francis through.
He was right on the bumper. He did a good job to avoid touching Michael O'Dell, but took the hit on the chin.
Still has a few seconds back to CJ. Yeah, about 3.5 seconds back to CJ. Former champ Chase Fincher thinks Michael is sizing up his move here.
That's right.
On Landon. Don't have to make the move now. Not likely to win the race with 33 minutes to go.
Good to see everybody online. Jace, thanks for checking in on us, man. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Tim. Great to see y'all.
Chris Rowe finally making it around Chris Wood.
Chris Wood goes off track. A nice 10-second gap to second place Kyle Ryan.
See some yellow flag slowdowns after the final chicane for Michael Odell. That's another potential factor yet there in the final reckoning of this race. If they're trying to go side by side through that final chicane, somebody is liable to get an off-track slowdown. We've seen that play a factor before. If you don't slow down enough, eat that time penalty. CJ Barzak taking in his opportunity to pit. Francis has about a second back to Jack Lucas currently.
Sold out crowd for the final race of the season at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, I imagine they're selling a Kolsch too, a couple sausages. After that slowdown, Landon has opened up about a 1 point. Oh
Landon goes
no!
around. You called it.
Decided to eat too much sausage.
You hate to see that.
That's the mistake
There
all by
it is.
himself.
Through the chicane, he was taking it pretty aggressively the entire time.
Crowd goes wild as Michael Odell takes the lead.
Here's the view from in the cockpit of Michael Odell. Had to avoid and get all the way out on the curb there.
Great
Just to
reaction.
get
time.
around.
New leader, Michael Odell. They moved Francis Faustino up to P3 for now. Got Jack Lucas hot on his tail.
Chris Wood has also taken his pit stop now. The top 9 cars overall are yet to pit.
Jack Lucas inside Francis Faustino. Highest part of the track. Completes the pass back up in the third spot for Jack Lucas. Again, Kyle Ryan has the windows down, the radio turned up, just past the halfway point.
Well, we'll have to see with his pit stop where he comes out to Chris Wood. Chris Wood has stopped.
There's Chris.
25-second gap from Chris to Kyle. But it's about an 18-second pit stop. Just under 40 seconds on pit lane.
Michael Odell to 158.0. Cracking the 157s would be incredible.
Basement Dwellers race team is putting all their hope behind Nick Moffitt.
Nick Moffitt's had a great season. Gotta hand it to him. A couple of wins. At least 3 wins. 4 wins. 5 wins this season for Nick Moffitt. Really close. A little too far away from Kyle Ryan to really fight. He's going to have to finish. Well, he needs 139 points to be even with him. So I don't see that happening right now, but still mathematically possible, I guess. But it's been a lot
Emily
of fun
taking
watching,
tires here. Got Francis in
watching
the
them go at it.
well.
Pit stops. Glad to see Emily hanging in, even if she had a bad first lap. Really glad to have Emily with us. She's hanging in there. She's not pulling over to quit.
Ryan in now to pit.
Your leader. That allows Nick Moffitt to go in the win. Let's see if he can do a overcut and cut that 10-second gap down.
See how scary the blend is there off pit road as you go right into that frightening turn 1. So Nick has to try to put down some laps now. Kyle did come out in 5th position in class. So Justin Shoup ahead of him still needs to pit, but he's got 7 seconds still, 7.5 seconds still to Chris Wood. So after the stops, Chris held that position. The stop's about the same, only about 3/10 longer on pit lane for Chris than Kyle. 2/10 of that or so, about probably in a quicker fuel fill. Taylor Montague in as well, and so is Jason Wahlberg now. So Michael Odell is going to continue along. Jack Lucas coming as well. Landon Loy's team has called it. The 50 car is out of the race.
The 3rd DNF of the 3 races Landon Loy has been in this season. So back to the race for the championship. Your points leader, Jason Wahlberg, heads back out to the track. Let's see where Michael Odell comes out when he comes in for the pits. He may stay out. Nick Moffitt is in.
So is Rick Bundren and Ian Bakaitis. So now it's just Michael Odell, David Brown to pit. Only 2 cars still lapping. Chris Woods added about half a second to his lead since Kyle is pitted out. Nick pits out in 3rd.
The battle for position in class. Christopher Rowe leads CJ Barzak.
I think Emily will need to pit here for a drive-through for incident points. Just going to let these two shuffle under. Jason Wahlberg, though, is drawing in.
The race for the lead is back on. Michael Odell leads Jason Wahlberg for now.
You don't want to look in your rear view this season and see the goose. I think we're in danger of the goose being back on the loose. Fans getting their phones ready to snap a picture of this all-time battle.
It has been a great season. These guys, every race, racing clean, racing fair, cutting it up in the chat. Great interviews after the race. What a great season it's been so far. Tonight, oh, Wahlberg goes around. Where's Jack Lucas? This gives Michael Odell plenty of breathing room. Jack Lucas goes through for second. Just like that. They didn't change tires. Michael Odell's stop was the longest of all.
You can see it was already cutting loose before getting on the curb.
Aggressive turn in.
Yeah, you're going to get some of that slip angle, but once it unloads that much and the tires start skipping on this car, it's not going to hold. Michael drives away. Jack sees an opportunity to just drive on by.
"19 minutes remaining. Everybody stopped. It's just a matter of finishing the race out now. 4 seconds to Jack Lucas. 3 more seconds to Jason Wahlberg. This battle for 5th and 6th continues. Under half a second now. DJ's having fun.
We hope.
He says it pretty clearly on his roll bar, so I hope he's having fun. Hope he's having as much fun as we are. Watching him race with Christopher Rowe. Top 5 bragging rights up for grabs in this race. DJ Barzak taking all kinds of risks through Schumacher S. Hey Chase, I still have Wahlberg winning the championship as they finish. Wahlberg is 103 points ahead of Jack Lucas. At 30 points a spot, Jack Lucas needs about 4 positions. The bonus points stay the same. I think everybody should get the same amount of bonus points. I'm checking right now.
Oh, no, Ben is
On the wall again.
turned around at the high-speed kink there. Chris Wood is now 10.5 seconds up the road from Kyle. Kyle about 15 seconds up from Nick. So it likely takes some sort of incident to bring the top three in the AIM division together. Jack about 4.5 seconds on either side of him to Michael Odell and Jason Wahlberg. So just about the same story there after a series of mishaps for the top four.
Everybody's had a spin except Michael Odell. I'm not trying to jinx him, just stating the facts. This season, Jack Lucas wearing plaid?
It might be
Fiber suit?
some sort of a clown suit. I don't know. We'll have to get a clarification from his team on that. But again, this is the finale of this season in the Porsche Cup. No word yet on when voting and postseason democracy will take place to plan the next car and vote on what the next season might look like. But stay tuned. If you'd like to join, midwest-motorsports.com. Sign up, get in the Discord, get in some practice sessions with these guys. Signups are always free.
Three and a half seconds. Jack Lucas might be closing in ever so slightly on Michael Odell. He's got 14 minutes to make something happen.
Yeah, he was about 0.4 faster on the last lap.
Everybody's kind of doing their own thing now, running their own line, running their race, trying to just bring it home.
Yeah, since he's pitted, Jack's was 0.2 faster on the 21st lap, 0.4 faster on the 22nd lap, and then looks like almost 0.9 faster on the lap just completed. So Jack is really picking up pace here. Meanwhile, you can see here that how Chris Wood has been putting time on both Kyle Ryan and Nick Moffitt. Well, it looks like that might have been a black flag for James Shires for incidents. Confirmed by race director.
Jack Lucas on a mission. 58.8 to a 59.3. The gap now 2.4 seconds. Jack Lucas has him in his sights. Taylor Montague's next on the target list to pass. Jack Lucas finding incredible speed. 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, that last lap half a second faster than Michael. These are about 2-minute laps, however, so in order to whittle down a 2.5 second lead and try to make a move, 10 minutes is pretty close to what Jack needs. Michael Harris is the man with the golden mic and a black flag.
Oh, Michael. Glad you get to spend some time in the road car in the Porsche.
Absolutely.
But the distance between Christopher Rowe and CJ Barzak ebbs and flows some, between 0.8 and half a second. CJ Barzak's not going anywhere. Battle for fifth. Christopher Rowe has it. CJ Barzak wants it.
This might not be one of the most thrilling circuits in the world, but there are many places where you can easily lose time.
Like you mentioned, a 2-minute lap, there's lots of opportunity to gain or lose time in a lap. Half a second a lap is not going to be enough for Jack Lucas to catch Michael Odell. Try to make a move, so Jack Lucas is going to have to pick it up if it's possible. 3/10
Well,
of a
he's
second.
that last lap, he was about 1/10 slower than, or 2/10 slower than Michael. So Michael is now put about 3/10 back up on Jack. So Michael's starting to focus back in. Ben Wall hitting the pit lane for a drive-through penalty. Track limits here can get you pretty quickly without the slippery surface and the curbing. Oh,
Christopher Rowe
Chris.
goes
Yeah,
wide.
yeah.
DJ Barzak's eyes got real big. There he is having fun on the windscreen. But DJ can read it in case CJ needs a reminder. But now the game
We
is
all
back
need that
on.
reminder
Of course.
now and again. Ian Bakaitis trying to get back around Rick Bundren. Ian 7th in class, running 11th overall. Nick Moffitt just up the road from them. The gap between the 3 leaders in the AM division has continued to grow. Chris Wood is now about 13 and a half seconds up from Kyle. Kyle almost 18 seconds on Nick Moffitt, so quite a bit of spread up there. Jack down to 2 seconds.
Whoa. 3 laps to go. In 2 seconds, Jack Lucas wants to make a race of it. Gravel everywhere.
You can see the 2 laps here that Michael took back time. But that was about 2/10, and then the last lap, Jack was about 8/10 quicker. So
15 corners. 10th here, 10th there. Like Jay said, definitely adds up.
that's right. Thank you, Chase. Best money we ever spent. Having you confirm everything we say is highly intelligent.
Check's in the mail.
Oh, Nick Moffitt might have had an incident there.
Oh,
No,
and
just
around he
lost.
goes.
Yeah, just lost control.
It was the second time he's tried to carry a lot of speed through there. But Nicholas can definitely hold his head up high. This whole season, he's been right there. 5 wins on the season. I would call that a success, even if you don't take the championship home.
Yeah, strong showing. Put his name in the hat, certainly, for the class of the AM division. Michael has stabilized the gap at about 2 seconds. Put 2/10 back up on the board on the last lap. Ooh, CJ starting to try to look for his opportunity.
Filling up the mirrors, there's traffic ahead for Christopher Rowe. This created an opportunity for CJ's Taylor Montague and David Brown, I believe. And they're racing for their own position. CJ Barzak gets a great run into their hairpin. It's a wide entry. Overhead shot is not quite close enough. He's going to have a good slipstream. Christopher Rowe leads CJ Barzak up to the Schumacher S's. David Brown's going to be the first. Oh, that's Michael Harris. Trying to figure out where to go. Michael doing his best to get out of the way. Great job, Christopher Rowe. Does a nice crossover. Let's see if he can let CJ Barzak through as well.
Yeah, CJ just going to make his own luck there by going to the outside. Going to run it all the way in.
Deep. Your leader, Michael Odell, with 1:23 to go. I don't know if he's going to get back to the line before the checkered flag. This could be the white flag lap. Tell if Barney was waving or not. After fighting off Landon Lloyd the first half of the race, Michael Odell is there when it matters. Now, looks like he's on his way with a 2.3 second lead over Jack Lucas for the race. And this is for 5th place. Christopher Rowe leads CJ Barzak. There's CJ. Great season for Rick Bundren. Could be another podium for him.
Well, yeah, he just picked up a spot. He just picked up a spot from Nick Moffitt. Oh, just got a little off on the final chicane. Got the tire skipping, and Rick picks one up.
From bad to worse, it looks like Moffitt was a little late and entered the chicane. All right, checkered flag is out. In Barney's hands, 0 to go. Michael Odell going to take the win home. What a great season for Michael Odell. Hand it to him. Jack Lucas, 2nd in the race, 2nd in the championship. And Jason Wahlberg, 3rd in the race, your championship winner. Francis Faustino, a very strong 4th position. For Francis, I believe that's going to match his highest finishing position, 1 step off the podium. Christopher Wood is going to lead the amateur division across the line. Great race for Christopher Wood. I don't think he's going to be in the amateur division next season. If he comes back, we hope he does. And your AM division points winner, your new champion, Kyle Ryan. Boy, has he earned it this season. Not only has he raced well, he's put in the hard work with the prep, all the hosted races he's put up has paid off. And here's Rick Bundren, 3rd in class with the podium.
How brave to be doing his celebration, swerving on the on the gravel. Testing the limits of luck.
He brings it home. Moffitt brings it home in 4th. And Justin Shoup, great season, top 5 for Justin. We're glad all of you guys are here in the Midwest Motorsports League. That's a wrap. It's the parking lot down at turn 1. The gravel trap. Everybody's happy. Season is over. I've really enjoyed this season, Adam.
Yeah, really, really fun racing. Good battles up and down the field with this car. People seem to come to terms with it. Oh no, heads up. Here comes Michael Odell. But yeah, I think, that there's some silliness with the car being so bouncy off of curbs and things, but it really brought, I think, a pretty dynamic variable into this season with just how many incidents and changes it brought into races and really brought races back together and broke them open or reset them in different ways.
Yeah, don't forget. We got some driver interviews. Don't go anywhere. Adam, take us to the field. The M division winner. I bet he's going to be happy.
Yeah, Chris Wood with a strong win there, put it on pole and finished there. Kyle was fast and kept it clean, but didn't keep up with Chris's quick times. Great run for both of them. Kyle able to bring in his victory in the class. Rick Bundren third after Nick Moffitt had a couple losses of control in some slower corners. Nick dropping down to fourth, Rick rolling into third, Justin Shoup fifth, David Brown sixth, Taylor Montague seventh, Ben Wall eighth, Michael Harris ninth, Emily Mather 10th, James Shires 11th, and Troy Nissen 12th. That's your AM division. Your pro division, Michael Odell. Landon Loy had it from the beginning, went back and forth with Michael for quite some time. Landon making big moves through the chicane to overtake Michael. The foursome of Michael, Jack Lucas, Jason Wahlberg, and Landon Loy battled for most of the first half of the race until Landon Loy spun and Michael Odell took over and didn't look back. Jason Wahlberg with a spin allowing Jack Lucas through. Jack was able to pick time up on Michael, bring that time in, but got it down to about 2 seconds and couldn't get any closer. Jack Lucas, a strong second. Jason Wahlberg, no surprise there, a third place finish. Jason's drop races this season were, I believe, a fifth and a fourth or a third. So
Right.
strong season for Jason Wahlberg. Well-deserved win. Consistency was the king this season. Francis Faustino, another good run for Francis, fourth. Christopher Rowe fifth. CJ Barzak unable to get around him, chasing Christopher Rowe toward the end all the way. Sixth. Ian Bacaitis seventh, and Landon Loy not finishing the event.
For the final race of the season, thanks to everybody for joining us. We have our AM division winner, Chris Wood. Hey, Chris, it's James and Adam in the booth. You got us? Hey, Chris Wood. Mic check for Chris Wood.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Chris.
There you go.
Hey! Hell yeah, guys. That was a good race.
You were flying out there, man. This is redemption after last week's
Yeah,
run through the field.
I tried to get back last week, and today it all came together. I'd like to do a shout out to my buddies watching from work that I told them to watch. Corey, Doug, Steve, and all that. They're watching the stream. But yeah, awesome win. Feels great. First win in the league.
Yeah, you've had a couple of polls at Spa and last week at Red Bull Ring, and now you got a win. So keep an eye on the Discord for season 12. How did it go out there for you? It looks like a pretty clean sailing. You just put your hammer down and put your visor down and focus forward.
To be honest with you, this is a miracle because I only got 2 times to practice this week. And I for sure thought I was going to be doing like 2 drive-throughs through the pit. And I just locked down and I got the fastest time I've ever done on this track in the race. So it was a miracle.
Well, I think you earned it, man. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
Stick around. Hopefully we'll see you next season. Congratulations on a great win tonight in the league.
Thank you.
That's Chris Wood, your AM division winner. And now we can go to your pro division winner, Michael Odell, who I tell you, he already has a trophy by his name, which means he's a previous champion of the league. Michael, you had to earn it. That first 15 or 20 minutes was a little chaotic.
Yeah, it was rough. It was fun though. We had a really good battle going on. I'm not sure what happened to him. I know we had a little bit of contact out of stadium, and it was just like, okay, use my car to straighten him out. We straightened out, and it was just like, okay, tone it down a little bit before I accidentally junked 2 cars. But other than that, we had a good fight going. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I think he ate a lot of sausage and did a spin, and you went right by him like he was pointing the other way, which he was. But Adam, you got anything for our winner of the race tonight, Michael Odell?
I don't know what I could tell Michael. Michael, your whole family was in the chat tonight. rooting for you. I don't know. Just don't forget Mother's Day.
Yes, we
Okay.
cannot forget about that. Mom,
Um,
happy Mother's Day. And also, on a side note, in the IRL world, we will be attempting to make a debut at Mid Ohio for MX5 Cup in IMSA.
beautiful. Wonderful news.
Congratulations.
Keep an eye out for that. That'll be live on YouTube as well, I assume.
Yes, sir, it will. And and the best part, they track the cars. It's not just static cams.
Beautiful. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be a big one to keep an eye on. Look for the Michael Odell diecast. That'll be
I'll have to
coming
get
out
Lionel on
soon.
it.
Maybe
Right.
after the maybe after the Carson Holsevar Ride the Dente car, they'll get to that. But a great season from you. Great battling all along. This car has produced some fun racing. Look forward to seeing what the crew votes on next.
Yeah, the car produced really good racing, and with the draft, it made it a lot harder to just outright drive away. So we'll see what the vote entails for next season, and hopefully I can try to take a second championship with it.
Anything you want to say to your nieces and nephews?
Hello, Uncle Michael's being a virtual race car driver again.
And a winner again, by the
And a
way.
winner again.
That's right. Michael, that was a lot of fun watching, man. Thanks again for practicing your real life racing with us in the virtual world. You're putting on a great show tonight. That 2 wide through that final chicane 2 or 3 times was pretty sick in the first part of the race. And then congratulations on another great win for the season.
Appreciate it. Glad to keep it interesting.
Yeah, stick around. We might get you back up to more questions with when we talk to Jason in a few minutes. Points
All
leader.
right.
All right, and Kyle Ryan is going to be your AM division champion. Kyle, not much you could have done better tonight than just get out front, stay out front, and not look back. Let the guy go that was ahead of you.
Yeah, there was a lot more I could have done tonight. I didn't know if it was really worth the risk, so I was very happy being where I was.
Well, you've earned it this season, and me and Adam were talking during the race that you did hosted a lot of sessions this season, and I think that played a big part in your consistency throughout the season as the season races went on.
Yeah, the hosted sessions have been really good. I think I've been doing 2 or 3 at a minimum for each race, depending on if we had a break week between or a bye week between them. But I've learned a lot in all of those sessions. Even Chris Wood up here, he's taught me plenty in the last little bit here. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. But it's a great season, and glad to be here.
Yeah, well, and that helps out the whole league as well. You know, having place to practice, and it just helps the whole league. So thanks for doing all that. But yeah, you've earned this championship. That was something that was your goal coming into the season, and you pulled it off, man. You definitely earned it. Congratulations, Kyle. Anything else you got? See, CJ's proud of you too. He's letting everybody know on the YouTube.
Yeah, he's been a huge help, and I really appreciate all the time he's spent with me, including in sessions that we've done private. I really appreciate all the guys here. I've learned a ton. The family that's been watching some of the streams, buddy Rob and John, my girlfriend Christina, and y'all for being able to host it. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to going wheel to wheel with CJ next season.
Hey, that's gonna be awesome. Well, stick around if you like to. We're gonna talk to Jason Wahlberg next, your pro division winner. Jason, after tonight, man, not much you can say, but you've earned a drink, cold beer, or however you choose to celebrate, because that was pretty exciting watching the racing going on in front of you. How were you able to keep your calm and not get too involved, knowing what was at risk? Like Kyle said earlier, managing your risks. But congratulations on a great season and a great race tonight too.
Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate it. Yeah, just like Kyle said, just trying to not do anything stupid. I had one mistake, that spin which let Jack by, but other than that, it was a good race, and just tried to keep it clean. It was exciting up front when those two were fighting. They were going side by side through the chicane. Yeah, I thought for sure they were gonna take each other out, and maybe I could, sneak a win, last win like that way. But no, they were racing good.
That was incredible. Is there any racing moments that stick out throughout the season, not just tonight, maybe? Any
I don't know if there's one moment in particular. The first race, I wasn't sure going into the season how the car was going to go. I'd never driven the Porsche Cup before, so it was, new car. And after last season not doing so well, and it was like, all right, how's this going to go? And then, coming in the first race, I ended up winning that. Was like, all right, maybe let's see how this season can go. And then, second race, I did, still did okay, and yeah, just was super consistent throughout the whole thing. So, yeah, like I said, nothing in particular, but the first race is probably what I guess kind of sticks out in my mind.
Road America, your first win, starting a race off as the championship leader definitely uh, feeds the ego and keeps you motivated for what the possibilities are, right?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and I love Road America, and then Watkins Glen was a second track, and I was like, all right, I like all these tracks coming up this season. So I was like, let's actually try and practice. And yeah, like you said, Kyle hosted a bunch of practice sessions, which was great to get in with other people. You're not just racing alone. So yeah, I really appreciate Kyle for hosting all those sessions, and yeah, it was just great.
Adam has a couple questions about the goose.
I mean, I think the goose spoke for itself. The goose was loose. With the angry goose car, I think was, it was chaos and violence and beauty. I think uh, that's what Muhammad Ali was talking about. Float like a butterfly, sting by like a bee. I think he was describing a goose. Um, I mean, yeah, but you had a consistent season all the way through. The car was fast. The draft I think worked really well in this car to bring people back together. I mean, we saw that today. It was a 2-car battle, and then the third car pulls in, and then next thing you know, the fourth car is there, and it's a 4-car battle. What are you hoping to see next season? Are you hoping for continuing the single spec or something else in multi-class, different cars?
Yeah, I guess I'd love to continue racing this car. I love it so much, and I've just won with it, so it'd be great to continue this car. I really like GT4 too, and I guess maybe a single spec, but I'm kind of up for whatever. It's I like I said, never driven the Porsche Cup before this season, so if we pick a different car next season that I had never driven, maybe I'll like that car even more. So I'm just excited to race next season with everybody.
And what would you say to anybody who was thinking about joining the league?
I'd say, yeah, definitely join. I mean, I don't even race official races anymore. This is all I do, and it's just been a great time and a great group of guys, and everybody's super helpful and willing to, work with you. And yeah, they race super clean.
Well,
Well,
it's been great
thanks.
watching this season.
An
All right,
incredible,
thanks. Yeah, just
incredible season.
give a shout out to my parents who I think have been watching every race. So yeah, hi mom and dad. I won.
He won. That's right. He's
Hi,
bringing
Mom
home
and
the
Dad.
trophy. The final results are in 65 points over Jack Lucas, only 126 back to Michael Odell after tonight. But your points winner overall for the season and your Pro Division winner, Jason Wahlberg, wraps up tonight's racing. Adam, that was incredible. It's been an awesome season. Thanks to everybody who's joined us all along the way, making this YouTube broadcast a lot of fun. You got any final thoughts, Adam?
No, just don't forget Mother's Day, guys.
Don't forget to tell your mom.
It's not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So you've got time. Get on the flower site, get them dialed up, get some nice ones. Get maybe the middle tier flower.
The least you could do for the one that brought you in the world. That's right. All right.
Right, correct.
Well, for all the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league great, I'm James J. signing off for season 11. We'll look for you at season 12. Until then, have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next season.
And I approve of this message.